The Mets lost the series 1-2. I really thought we were going to win this series having McLean, Holmes, and Peterson, and facing a bad pitching that we made them look like they were the top pitching rotation out there. 5 runs only, 3 in the first game, and then after that we scored 1 run and 1 run. It baffles me on why we're putting this lefty specialist lineup. And one thing that I see Cohen mention, and this is what he mentioned, and I put it in here. As of right now, we scored 20 runs on this lefty specialist lineup, and we are 1-9. Why are we still putting the specialist lineup? Some of these players that we put on, I feel like they're defensive type of players. And today it was 3 errors, the most errors we have encountered in a game this season. 3 errors. And 2 from Ibanez. The player that I said I don't like, I used to watch him in Round Rock as in AAA, and I really didn't like him. As a matter of fact, I didn't like their lineup in the Round Rock Express. They had Joey Gallo, Ronald Guzman, and Ibanez. They were their top hitters. So these 3 hitters, they think they're power hitters, so they think they're great hitters. Ronald Guzman is now no longer in baseball. He used to be a pitcher at the end. I like him as a person. Joey Gallo strikes out a lot. He's no longer in baseball. As a matter of fact, he's also trying to pitch. That's 2 hitters, they're top hitters in the Express. They're trying to pitch. And then we have Ibanez. That is, for me, I never liked him. He was a third baseman also. He was playing the position that he came up, and he got these 2 errors. One of them was costly, 5-1. They took the lead. I believe it was 2-1. I thought we were going to get some momentum because we finally scored. Next thing you know, they scored these 3 runs. This error made Peterson take extra pitches, prolong the inning, and next thing you know, he's going to be out. Not only that, I'm going to hold this complaint after this. Game 1. I'm going to go back to game 1. Game 1, McLean pitch. I thought we were going to win. Then I thought we were not going to win because the umpire called the ball on something that was easily a strike. But since he has all this move on the ball, he probably saw it going outward and he called it a ball. We managed to win that game. I thought Carroll was going to get injured because he hit the fence. Just like a Ronnie Mauricio type, but Ronnie was sliding. He didn't get injured. Second game, stealing. Not stealing bases, but sign stealing. On the second game, I watched it on Fox. I have the MLB app, but before, back in the day, you could pick the home team or the away team to listen to their announcer. Sometimes I used to watch the away team so I could see different point of views on a series, on a game. Now, they only give me the Mets because I have them as favorites, and for some reason, they don't give me the opponent's announcers. But since yesterday, they didn't have the announcers. They had me watching the Fox announcers, and they have AJ Perninsky that he called it right away. They're stealing signs, and you could see the sign stealing. Sure enough, Vargas hit the ball. Perdomo was the one giving the sign stealing. He scored, and we lost the game. I believe it was 1-3. Also, Bobby Cox passed away. One thing about Bobby Cox that I want to cover is that for me, he's the reason they won the World Series and they were a top team. Not only because he was the manager, because people will say, well, the general manager is the one that puts all the pieces. He used to be the general manager before he became the manager. He became a manager when they were in last place. At that time, they were the only team that turned it around from last to first. As a general manager, these are the players he drafted or traded for. In 1985, Tommy Green, David Justice. In 86, he got Ken Merker, but not only Ken Merker, he traded for John Smoltz, for Doyle Alexander. Right after that, Steve Avery, Turk Wendell. Ken Merker was a good relief pitcher. Turk Wendell also was decent. In 1990, he also drafted Chipper Jones. Steve Avery was a good pitcher. As a matter of fact, before all these, even when they had all these aces, he was considered one of their top pitchers. They had Glavine, Maddox. I believe that's when Maddox came along afterwards. And they had Glavine, Maddox, Smoltz, and Steve Avery. If I forgot someone else, I apologize. But they had that rotation. They came back and they went from last to first. Not only they were the only team, as a matter of fact, I believe the Twins were the other team that went from last to first, and they faced on the World Series, and the Twins won. Kirby Puckett, not Eric Gagne. I forgot his first name. Gagne. I believe Shilly Davis was in that team. I believe the player that the Mets traded for, Rick Aguilera, I believe, was in that team. I forgot what other players, but the Twins won the World Series. Kirby Puckett, the catch, one of the best catches in center field. And they had that tempered glass in the outfield. Watch it if you don't. If you want to see a good catch. Alright, now, besides that, we lost that game. We wasted one of our top pitchers. And now, we have Brasilban. We put him on the second inning. We allowed 2 runs, I believe 2 runs on him, and we lost the game. 3 consecutive innings, we had an error. 2 of those for Ibanez. And now, those 2 games cost us, and now we're in last place in all of baseball. I don't know if I covered this, but I just want to say that facing lefties, hopefully I didn't cover this, facing lefties, including this game, we have only scored 20 runs in 10 games. That's an average of 2 runs per game. This is 3 reasons why we should not use the specialist on lefty hitters. That's number 1. 20 runs in 10 games. In our record, this is the second reason why we shouldn't, is we are 1-9 on those games. I don't know why we're using the specialist lineup. I understand if sometimes we put these hitters because they're specialist defense, but we have 3 errors. The most errors in a season for us as Mets team. Back-to-back innings on errors. The lineup looks horrible. Ibanez. Like I mentioned, I hated the Round Rock Express team. Their top 3 hitters were Joey Gallo, Ronald Guzman, and Ibanez. 2 of them are no longer in baseball. 2 of them, and they were better hitters, they have become pitchers before they left the baseball scene. They try to become pitchers because they were not doing good as hitters. Now, granted, Joey Gallo hit 40, but he struck out a lot. Ibanez probably has that mentality that he's a power hitter because he was one of those 3 to 5 hitters on that team, minor league team, that he's bringing it up to the major, that he's swinging on things that are not even in the strike zone. And like I said, I don't like Ibanez. I don't like the lineup that we put. Our number 3 hitter is awful. We sometimes put Melendez. We sometimes put Slater now. These players that we have on waivers, I did see someone post on Facebook when they put the line of, A.J. Ewing in the minors, that we should bring him up. I totally agree. I said it before the season started. I put him above Carson Benge, and Carson Benge is improving. He got another hit today. He's still batting around 208. I believe it's 208. Let me double check on that. But he's not batting good. He's not doing good. I mean, he's doing better now. And the good thing is we put him in the lineup. He got a hit. He got 1 hit, 1 run, 3 out of 3 at bats. He's batting 207, a 604 OPS. But like I said, he's batting better. I think we should just keep him in the lineup. But we had Torrance. He did get 2 hits. We had Taylor, we had Ibanez. It's not a good lineup. I do like Vientos now. He's doing better. Even though he did get a hit, 231 average, not that great, but he should be batting third, in my opinion. Now, granted, that's going to be righty-righty, Bichette and him, but why put Slater, why put Melendez in there? Just put your best lineup. If my job is in the line, I'll put the best line. That's in my opinion. If I'm the general manager, I'll bring up AJ Ewing. Maybe they're trying to keep him an extra year for the contract, but I'll bring him up. It's my job. I don't want to get fired. But anyways, that's all I got. Soto, again, 0 for 3, 264. He did walk. Bichette, 222, not great. Our best hitter right now is in average is Melendez, 271. Ibanez is batting .087, the worst average in the team, or at least in the hitting wise, plus 2 errors. I cannot say a lot. Another thing that I have a complaint on is that our 2 worst relief pitchers is Manaea and Merker. Why are we putting them on 2 different nights? Just put them on one night. For example, today we were losing 1-5. Put them in today. I don't feel our team is able to score. We just put them in there. Let them gobble up innings. They get scored. He didn't allow no hits today, Manaea. 1 walk, 2 strikeouts, but a 6.56 ERA. I don't know what Merker's is, but Merker's high. He did allow that grand slam. That's just my own personal opinion. Just have those 2 pitchers pitch on one of those games that we're losing big time. Next games, we're going to take a day rest now, and then we're going to face the Tigers. The Tigers, I believe, are 0-3 in the last 3 games since Kubo went out. I'm not going to jinx it that I feel we're going to beat them, because apparently we're not. I hope we do, but I don't know. I don't know what to say. Brassavon, we should just put him in 1 inning. I believe that he allowed those 2 runs on the 2nd inning. Just put him in 1 inning. We should have put Warren, but I believe Warren was already overused. And like I said, Manaea and Myers, I believe they're around 23 innings already each. That's a lot of innings. But that's all I got. Thank you, and thank you for watching. Errors, Ibanez 2, Peterson 1. Anyways, have a good day. Let's go Mets still. I'm still a Mets fan. I need to talk about the Pete Alonso thing. What came out. I'm not sure if it's him that brought it up or it was Scott Boras, but it was probably one of those 2. It wasn't Steve Cohen or Stearns. I believe it was one of those 2. But I'm going to give my own opinion on that. But just to make it short for right now, he shouldn't have said nothing. The Orioles are in second to last. The American League is the worst right now. Only 4 teams above 500. The NL Central has more teams above 500. And his average doesn't speak loud also on this. That's just my own personal opinion. I love Pete Alonso, but I know he didn't say it right now, but it came out to light right now. But that's all I got. Thank you, and thank you for watching. Let's go Mets.